This will be a lengthy vlog, but it's gonna be the most open I've ever been on here. Balance, balance, balance. Nature, the force, spiritual divine intervention. Whenever I've reached a high, I had a good day at work, I hung out with some awesome people, had a good time, and I'm leaving that high. And it's like, yes, I got it good. But then something happens, an event, I find out something, I hear about something that brings me back down. Yeah, it used to bring me back way down, but as I've been studying, as I've been learning to love myself more, learning to respect myself more, it's not that bad. I don't go as far down as before. So it's balance. I have a high, something, some force, whoop, bam, knocks me back down. Brings me back down to earth. And all I can do now is just accept that more as nature. Nature. God. They're keeping me in check. Whatever it is, whoever it is keeping me in check. I watched a movie about a big sacrifice to achieve a bigger goal. And it affects the whole universe. Not just the world, but the whole universe. Big sacrifice. And then as I finished this great movie, such an awesome movie, I do my usual checks on my phone, get on social media, and I find out that someone's dream from years ago has now come true. And I never thought in a million years that it would happen. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy. I'm happy for that person achieving their dream. But it's like, I had something to do with it. I did. If not for me, that dream would have, first, never been realized. Second, it just wouldn't have happened. But that's it. I have no right to feel entitled. Because yeah, my initial reaction is I feel left out. Absolutely, I feel left out. But that's not, I got no right to feel that way. See, I have no right to feel that way morally, but the emotions still hit. And that's a battle. That's a real battle for me. In order for me to feel good, I think that's why I got way addicted into collecting. I had to have a collection of flashlights, folding pocket knives, maybe computers, the best tech. Because there was an instant gratification from having that thing, right? I worked hard for my money and I spent it in a good way. Good way. I spent it on things. I spent it on food. And because of that, it was always quick, super gratifying. Of course it was. That's why I did it. Also, oh man, I am still, and I will forever now, hopefully forever. See, there's a difference between motivation and determination. Let's say for work, right? You may not feel motivated to go to work, but you're determined to because you have a family. You have obligations that the income will help provide to. You can be motivated, but if you're not determined, you're just gonna sit down in your butt. That's what I feel this extra force is doing to me. It's throwing some boulders onto me, trying to get me to get off my butt and start working for what I want. To stop being afraid of the work involved. Lots of people tell me, even at age 36, that I'm not that old. I'm still young. But of course, the world around me, the people around me, they remind me, friends in high school, I've had in high school, acquaintances from high school, they all have kids. They got their own families now. And they're younger than I am. It makes me wonder if I'm not working hard enough. Is working, living my passion right now, is it enough? Am I doing enough? The question's in my head. I'm not much of a multitasker. Right now, my current mission is to love myself more, especially respect myself more. Absolutely, positively. Until I can do that, I feel that I have to just focus on it. Some people will think that's just I'm wasting my time, and they wouldn't be wrong. But for me to get the most out of this, I feel that I must do it that way. And anyone that wants to stick around with me, they'll stick around. Anyone that doesn't want to, I'll be heartbroken. But, I will, whatever memory I've had of them, whatever we've done together, they have, every person I've met, every moment in my life has helped me get this far. Me. A bad moment in my life is still a moment in my life. I learned from it, it contributed to my life, it did something for me. And there was an event years ago. Because remember, in January I had bad anxiety. And I was determined because I wanted to remain functional. I was determined to crawl out of that hole with all that garbage on top of me and to get back on my feet and become functional again, to continue my life passion of teaching Taekwondo. And years ago, there was an event that I want to say here that I am just scraping away whatever was negative and focusing on the gifts that were left behind. Yes, there was more than a handful of gifts that were left behind, if you catch what I mean. More than a handful of gifts were left behind. And I must embrace those gifts and be thankful for the gifts. And of course, make the best of the gifts. Absolutely. That's my new attitude now. And I'm being tested. What I'm being tested is my conviction strong enough? Am I determined to make sure that I continue to embrace the gifts that were left behind? I'm being thrown boulders up, bam, 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 testing my conviction, testing my determination, making sure that I'm balanced. I hope that makes sense. I'll see you next time.